Hi everybody! Why is my camera so awkward? That's better. Hi! I'm here. We're gonna talk about Mulan. Ignore all the mess behind me. It's always there. I'm just really noticing it right now. So we're gonna talk about Mulan. I watched this movie like a month ago. No, it was like 3 weeks ago. But I watched this movie a little while ago. And I still hadn't gotten around to reviewing it. But here we are. I'm wearing my lovely Shanghai ears from a friend of mine. I don't know if he's here. Let me text him to come show up because I'm wearing his ears. Let's see. Anyway, I like the ears. Say thank you. Yeah, my friend, he went to Shanghai and he went to Shanghai Disney and brought these back for me. So I haven't taken the tag off of them for that reason because they're special. They say, let me show you the back of them. Shanghai Disney Resort. So I kept the tag on them because I'm like, these are special. All the other ears I have taken the tags off, but these ones are special. So, oh, my hair's a mess. Anyway, Mulan. I love this movie. This is probably gonna be A or S. I can tell you that right now. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about this masterpiece, okay? And let's talk about Mulan because she's amazing. So, I love the opening. Hold on. I gotta share this. I love your Moogle in the background. I have a tiny needle felted Moogle in my room. Yes, this is Moog. He's my buddy. I got him for Christmas from Zeffy. He's my baby. I love him a lot. Where is it? Window capture. Oh, goodness. I messed up a bunch of stuff the other day, so I love this opening with the effects, like the smoke effects, and it looks like ink and stuff. It's awesome. Understandable. Some of the greatest songs in any Disney movie. Yes. So we open on the Great Wall of China. Some people are hanging out, and then they're being attacked by the Huns, and it's the greatest moment ever. This guy. Now all of China knows you're here. And this dude's just like, fuck you. Perfect. Yeah, great. I love, what is his name? Is his name Sean Yu? I can never remember his name. I've seen this movie 100 times. But yeah. And then the general's talking to the emperor, and he's like, we gotta protect everybody. We gotta protect you. And he's like, no, you're gonna go protect my people. You're not gonna worry about me. Go protect my people. And then we start with Mulan. We see our first shot of her. She's eating some rice, and she's making notes on her arm. I love her. She's cheating. She's writing notes on her arm. She's great. And then she has her dog help her out with the chores. Dad is praying to the ancestors like, bro, my daughter, I know she's fucking crazy. Help her out today. I love Dad. And then she brings tea to him, and he's like, you should be gone. And she's like, yep, I'm gone. Oh, best character in the movie. We got Grandma shows up. Mom and Grandma show up. And she's like, I should have prayed to the ancestors for luck. Grandma's like, how lucky can they be? They're dead. And she has the lucky cricket. She crosses the road, trying to show how lucky it is, and causes like all this traffic. And she's like, see, I did it. I'm alive. Because everyone tried not to hit her. Oh, it's great. And then, great song. Please, Honor to Us All. I love this song. Grandma is the best, yes. Great grandma. Like, grandma, there's some good Disney grandmas and there's some bad Disney grandmas. Like, we gotta rank all the Disney grandmas, yo. I think we need to do that. Like, Grandmother Willow, like, kind of down here. Abuela from Encanto and Abuela from Coco, they're, like, at the bottom. Like, I want to fight them. I mean, yes, in the end, of course, everything's better, but it doesn't matter. Like, throughout the whole movie, I was like, I'm gonna fight Grandma for you, Mirabelle. I got you. I just want to point out some of the lines that are in this song because I think they're really good. Let me pull up the lyrics. Honor to us all lyrics. Blah blah blah. So they're just like, yeah. Let's see. So I love this line. It's really interesting, but it's like really accurate to the time period and stuff. We all must serve our emperor who guards us from the Huns. A man by bearing arms, a girl by bearing sons. I'm like, damn. Like, yeah, that's how you can serve the emperor, guys. You go to war, girls, bring us more men. And then, yeah. That's like the line that always gets me. And then I keep losing my tab. Sorry. And then, yep, they're going to the matchmaker and everything. And she gets called first. And of course, first thing, she's like, present. And she's like, speaking without permission. Like, poor Mulan can't win. Cricky escapes. Which is important. And Mulan's trying to do her best. The matchmaker grabs her arm, gets ink all over it, and then rubs it all over her face, which was hilarious. This whole scene is great. Like, you guys just... If you haven't seen Mulan, 1, what the fuck? 2, like, go watch it right now. It's a great movie. But it's also my Disney movie. I was trying to figure out, like, what Disney movie came out in my birth year, and it's Mulan. Mulan's my Disney movie, so... It's not the first one I saw in theaters, obviously, because it came out the year I was born. But it's a good one. It's my birth year movie. And then Cricky gets in the teacup, and she almost drinks the tea, and Mulan's like, can I just take that back? Can I just... And they get into a whole fight. Cricky jumps down her shirt. She falls into the hot coals. It's a whole thing. It's great. And then she's like, you will never bring your family honor. She says it just like that. And then best song. I'm going to say that about every song. But best song, Reflection. Really relatable. Also, girl, where you get that makeup remover? I mean, the little, like, where's their makeup remover? I need that. And her dad tries to cheer her up by saying, like, it's okay if you're a late bloomer and everything. And then this guy, what is his name? Fazu, I think. Yeah, Fazu. The fucking, like, right-hand man of the emperor is like, I am calling everyone who has to serve in the Imperial Army. The Black Cauldron is my Disney movie. Damn, that makes me feel old. I'll make you feel a little bit better. The Black Cauldron was my mom's first Disney movie to see in theaters. My mom is in her 40s, and when she was a kid, that was the one that came out when she was like, 10 or 12 or 14 or whatever, I don't know. And that was the first one she saw in theaters. And she was talking about, me and her were talking about it, and she goes, and then a couple years later, we take my friend's sister to go see her first Disney movie, and she got to go see The Little Mermaid. Like, I had The Black Cauldron. What the fuck was that? And I was like, I'm sorry, Mama. That sucks. But, like, anyway, this guy is like, you have to go serve in the Imperial Army, and this one guy is like, this kid is like, I will serve in my father's place. And it's like, yes. And then her dad gets called, and she jumps in. She's like, he already did his time. He's old. He's going to die, blah, blah. And then he's like, you need to control your daughter. She needs to hold her tongue in a man's presence. And he says, Mulan, you dishonor me. And that's, like, the worst thing ever. And then he tries to sword fight. He falls over. And then while they're having dinner, Mulan tries to argue with him. And he's like, it's my honor to die for my country. And then this is when she makes her plan. After everyone goes to bed, she takes because I guess I should have mentioned this earlier. She has a lotus flower hair comb that she has in the beginning of the movie that she swaps out for her father's military orders. And then she goes, dresses up, takes her horse, and gets the fuck out. And Grandma wakes up. She's like, shit, I felt it. She's like, Mulan's gone. And then she's like, she could be killed. We have to go after her. She could be killed. And then Dad says, if we reveal her, she will be. It's like, damn, that's true. Also, I keep getting distracted by the glowing pineapple in the background. I keep looking at my camera. I'm like, oh yeah, my pineapple. It makes me happy. And then we get to amazing instrumental during this part too. Yes, the instrumental during that scene is great. And then we actually get to see the ancestors, and we get to see Mushu, which I like Mushu. Mushu's fine, but we're going to talk some more about it. We talked about it earlier, how Genie ruined Disney. Here's one of them. We tried to make Genie again. Magical sidekick voiced by a comedian. Did it work in this movie? That's kind of up to your opinion. I think he's fine. I think he worked in this movie. Do I think he's as iconic as Genie? Obviously not. But he's also not as annoying as some of the other characters we have had, like the gargoyles in Hunchback, Phil in Hercules. What else was in Hercules? Pain and Panic. You know, I think he's better than them, but yeah. Disney, this is still going on. Genie has ruined Disney for the rest of their lives because, let's talk about Awkwafina being the dragon in Raya and the Last Dragon. No, that was bad. Anyway, so we have our Genie, and then he wakes up all the ancestors, and we have some really funny. We have some really funny lines here. Let me get one of them. Let's see. Yeah, he's talking about how there'll be shame and there'll be no honor and everything. Just like, my children were never caused such... Oh yeah, my children never caused such trouble. They all became acupuncturists. We can't all become acupuncturists. No, your great-great-granddaughter just had to be a cross-dresser. I don't know why I find that scene so funny. It just cracks me up, and then they're arguing, and they're like, we'll send a guardian to help her. And they're like, send all these people. And he's like, oh, we'll get the Great Stone Dragon. And then Mushu fucks that up. And he destroys the Great Stone Dragon. Now, there are some theories. I need to read more into them, but there's a theory that Mulan is the Great Stone Dragon, or possesses the spirit of it, because there are a couple scenes where she's sitting on the dragon, notably in Reflection, and then in the scene before she goes and takes her father's war orders and dresses up as him. But yeah, Mushu kills the Great Stone Dragon, and Mushu goes in his place. I'm just curious how no one, noticed, this giant dragon statue they had in their garden being destroyed. Oh yeah. It's all because Miss Man decided to take a little drag show on the road. I forgot about that line too. Yeah, and then Creaky and Mushu go find her. And then we see Shan Yu beating up some dudes, some Imperial scouts. He's like, send a message to the Emperor. Tell him to send your strongest armies. And there's 2 of them. And he goes, how many men, like they both run off. And he's talking to his, his buddy. He's like, how many men does it take to deliver a message? And he holds up his bow and he says, 1, and releases the arrow. And fuck, that scene fucks me up every time. It's like, damn. Shan Yu is like, yeah. And then we cut back to Mulan, and she's trying to do a man impression. And then we get Mushu introducing himself and everything. Dragon, not a lizard. I don't do the tongue thing. But yeah. And then they're, they have their little scene where they introduce, and then he's like, I'm gonna help you be a man. And then she walks in, and these are the grossest men ever. Oh, I love this guy. He's got this tattoo. He's like, this tattoo will protect me from harm. And then the other guy punches him. I forget their names. But yeah. Shen Po is one of them. I don't remember the other 2. Yao and somebody else. I don't remember their names. Ling. That's his name. I'm so bad at names. Yeah, and then we see Shang and his dad are talking, and he promotes him to captain and everything. He's like, yes, I'll do this. And then this is important, like, that the general is his dad, and that you remember this, because later happens. Then they go off to the Tung Chao Pass, and then all this shit happens. Mulan comes back because she started a fight, and Shang is like, what's your name? And then we have the most awkward scene for like 5 minutes where she's like, Pang. Yeah. And then they all get in trouble because of her, and then the next day she wakes up. And she's like, I gotta go, because they're already starting. Let's see. Oh, and then this is the thing. He shoots the arrow to the top of the pillar, and he's like, you gotta use these weights and get up there and get the arrow. And then we have the other best song in this movie, Make a Man Out of You. And it's mostly just a training montage where Mulan gets her ass kicked and fucks up a whole bunch, and everyone's struggling, and then he threatens to he basically like says he's like, go, so yeah, there's the line, pack up, go home, you're through. And then she's like, I'm gonna do this. So she takes the weights, wraps them around each other, and uses it to get up the pole and get the arrow. And then they all do better, and they all do good. And then we're back to the Huns. And Shan Yu's falcon like retrieves a baby doll. And they're like, we should go. This little girl will be missing her doll, because this man is fucking evil. Anyway. Good villain. This movie has a great villain. Because, like, a lot of times you have movies where it's like, oh, like the characters are at war, or there's like a battle, or, you know, like the general is like the bad guy, and it just kind of falls flat. Or like you have like a war as like your villain. But I feel like this movie does a really good job of like, they're at war and these people are invaders, but he's still a very interesting villain. He's not just like some guy going, go invade, you know. He's like actually like, and he's cunning and he's evil, and he's really well done. Then Mulan is bathing, and then the other boys come in and start trying to bother her, and she's like, yeah, sorry. And then Mushu bites one of them, so they'll let her go. And then this dude, I always forget his name. This dude, this asshole, is like, your troops are shitty. They're never allowed to see battle. 'Cause fuck you. And then Mushu is like, I gotta fix this. And then he's like, what does he say? He's like, be careful, Captain. The general may be your father, but I'm the Emperor's counsel. And I earned the position. Oh, I got that job on my own. Because he's implying that, you know, Shang doesn't deserve his position. But yeah, Mulan tries to make a joke at him, and then she's like, you're a great captain. And Mushu's like, you have a crush on him. And Mushu has a plan to, like, make a fake report from a different general saying that they need help. And it allows them to go into battle. So then we have, okay, I need you guys to understand this. This is the last song in the movie. This is Girl Worth Fighting For. And you need to understand the jarring cut that is about to show up. So they're all lighthearted, joking about girls. Goofy shenanigans. And then they go, wish that I had a girl worth fighting for. Da 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 da. Wish that I had a girl worth fighting. And then it cuts. And this is what you see. And this is the best. Come on. Best shot. Like, this is the best transition in, like, any movie. Not just a Disney movie, but the best transition from lighthearted movie to, oh, now we're getting serious. It's, like, really well done. And then they look around and they can't find his dad because his dad's army was supposed to be there, and they find his helmet. And Mulan finds the little doll that we see earlier, or at least a similar doll. And so they make like a marking for him, and she lays the doll there. And then they start moving out. And then they get attacked. And all sorts of crazy shit happens, and it's a big fight scene, and then she buries everyone in the snow by causing an avalanche. She saves Shang's life. Kind of just skipping through, because, like, this is a whole sequence. And, he's like, you know, I owe you, and then she's hurt. And then she blacks out. And then when she wakes up, Shang is shocked to hear something from the doctor. And then he's like, the other guy's like, I knew there's something wrong with you. And he grabs her and, like, pulls her hair down. And it's like, a woman. She's like, my name is Mulan. I had to save my father. And she's, like, pleading at Shang. And Shang spares her life. He's like, my debt is repaid. He tells him to leave. And he leaves her on a frozen mountain by herself, by the way. I don't know if that's really how you repay a life debt, but you know. But while she's there, she sees they're just talking about how they're all failures, because she's like, I should never have left, blah, blah, blah. And Mushu's like, yeah, I'm not really a guardian, blah, blah, blah. And Cricky's like, I'm not lucky, even though he doesn't talk. But they decide to go home, and then she sees, they see all the Huns, like, are coming back. And so they head to the Imperial City to go warn everybody. And of course, no one listens to her because she's a woman and she betrayed them. And so, yeah, here's the scene. Let's just watch this. I always like the first, you know, when you first watch a movie, like, or even when you first time you watch it in a long time, you're like, why is this puppet, like, so glaringly in the shot? And then, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I was like, why is this puppet, like, so important, so, like, big in the background in the shot? And then, yeah, here it goes. Yep, birdie. And then he drops the sword. Shan Yu catches it. Come on, hurry up. And then they pop out of the puppet. I was just like I just remember that always being like weird to me. I was like whenever I haven't watched, like when I hadn't watched the movie in a while, it's like, why is this like puppet like so big and like so in the background? And then I was like, oh, it's plot important. And then they all have to go save the emperor. She's like, I got you. And then, okay, hold up. I gotta play this sequence because this sequence is also great. Yes! Yes! And they're playing a reprise of Be a Man. Or Make a Man Out of You. And he's hot. Just gonna remind everyone of that. But yeah. So they sneak in. The emperor, or Shan Yu is like, bow to be emperor, and he's like, no. And then they're trying to distract the guard, so they all come out, and the guard is like, oh, it's concubines. And he's like, ugly concubines. And I don't know why the line always makes me laugh. But yeah. Then they beat up the guards, go save the emperor. And he's like, it was you. What does he say? Oh, you. You took away my victory. And Mulan's like, no, I did. And she like pulls her hair up like Ping. He's like, the soldier from the mountains. And then she has this whole plan, fight scene, you know. And then with Mushu's help, they blast him with fireworks and kill him. Because they blast him with fireworks into more fireworks. And then the other guy is complaining about Mulan. And he says that creature's not worth protecting. And then he's like, she's a woman. Because he says, she's a hero. And he says, no, she's a woman. She'll never be worth anything. And then the emperor, you know, is like, you saved. He says all this stuff. Let me read it. Let me just play it. Yeah. I'm not gonna play it with sound, but I've heard about you, Fa Mulan. You stole your father's armor, ran away from home, impersonated a soldier, deceived your commanding officer, dishonored the Chinese armor, destroyed my palace, and you have saved us all. Great scene. I love the emperor. And he bows to her, which is like a really big fucking deal. And then everyone bows to her, like, bro. Like, this is such a big deal. Hold on, it's hot. I gotta turn my heater off. And then he's like, make this woman a member of my council. And the other guy's like, there's no council spots available right now, because he doesn't like Mulan. And he's like, you can have his job. And she's like, I have to go home, you know. And so he gives her his medal, and says, so your family will know what you have done for me. And then gives her the sword and says, so China will know, or so your family will know what you have done for China. And then everyone hugs her and she goes home. And then, of course, Shang is awkward and a disaster. And he goes, you fight good, Shang. And then, and the emperor's like, you won't find a girl like that every dynasty. And then walks off. Then she goes home and she's like, here's to crest the emperor, the sword and everything. And she's like, you know, all this stuff. And then her dad just throws all that to the side and hugs her, because, like, that's what he cares about, because he's, you know, they've all grown. She's like, and Grandma's like, what does she say? Great, she brings home a sword. If you ask me, she should have brought home a man. And then Shang shows up. And then she's like, he's being awkward because he's like, here's your helmet. Wait, I guess this is your helmet to Dad and everything. My hero's gonna tell Shang you don't find like a girl like her every dynasty. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, that line is great. Yeah. Would you like to stay for dinner? Would you like to stay forever? I love Grandma. And then Mushu gets to be a guardian again, and the ancestors party. And then that's the end of the movie. Yeah, this movie is great. Okay, the question is, where do I put it now? Oh, I don't have my other tab open. I lost my... I don't have my rankings. Come on. There we go. I think Mulan's going in S tier, y'all. I really like this movie. I watch this movie all the time. And I can't really say, I mean, aside, like I said, the Mushu, like, trying to be genie thing is, like, I don't know, this movie's really good. I don't have any qualms with it. Besides, I mean, I guess there is kind of, like I said, there's the theory that Mulan is the Great Stone Dragon, but, like, that plot thread doesn't really ever go anywhere. Like, where's the Great Stone Dragon and that Mushu destroyed it? Like... But besides that, I mean, there's nothing missing from this movie. I don't feel like there's any plot holes. I feel like it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I could also be blinded. Like I said, I watch this movie all the time and really like it. But I think Mulan's going to go in S tier. It's a 10 out of 10. Honestly, I agree with that. Mushu will never be Genie, but he does a great job. I mean, yeah, like... It's just a whole thing of, you know... It's just a thing that Disney has a problem with. That's more what I'm trying to point out. Is that Disney had one really good thing, and then they fucked it up. Like, they fucked it up with Genie because, like, I mean, you guys, there are videos upon videos out there just describing, like, how Disney fucked Robin Williams over and ignored his contract and all sorts of shit. But the biggest thing I can say is that what happened, the reason Genie was so well done is because they took a comedian, they took someone who was also an actor, like familiar with these kinds of things, and said, we're going to write a role for you. They didn't go, we wrote this role and we want you to do it. They go, we have you in mind, we're going to write it around you and also let you, you know, put in your own flavor, and, you know, they let him do some, like, you know, that, like, because he's also the peddler at the beginning, and the story goes that they gave him, like, a table of stuff and just said, you know, do whatever, like, do a little skit with all these, and, like, you know, the Dead Sea Tupperware, and, like, julienne fries, whatever, it broke, you know, and, like, it's, you know, they let him play, they let him have fun with the characters, they let him, improv, that's the word I was also looking for, you know, they just let him be Genie, you know. They didn't go, we wrote this role and now we're going to try and fit you in here, or, you know, anything like that. They didn't rely too much, like, they relied a lot on Robin Williams, but there's not a ton of, like, oh, you know, you have to know, like, everyone now knows who Robin Williams is because of Genie, but it wasn't like, oh, this is only funny because it's Robin Williams. Like, I mean, Phil, like in Hercules, is really only funny because you know he's Danny DeVito. If you don't know he's Danny DeVito, you're just like, you know? I don't know who anyone is of the gargoyles in Hunchback. Like, I couldn't name a single one of those actors. So it's not funny. I don't know who Pain and Panic are in Hercules, you know? What else was there after Aladdin? Lion King, I guess you would say the hyenas, but I feel like the hyenas were pretty well done. Timon and Pumbaa, again, pretty well done. Pocahontas, it doesn't have talking animal characters, thank God. Could you imagine if the raccoon and the dog talked? I would shoot myself. But yeah, like, what makes Hercules, or what made Genie great was that you didn't have to know it was Robin Williams. There wasn't references. I mean, I'm sure there were references, but there wasn't anything that, like, took you out of it if you didn't know. He was still just a fun-loving character and everything. Tarzan, the next movie on the list. Yes, we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, Mushu I feel like is not too bad. You don't have to know or care about Eddie Murphy for him to be funny. You know, he fits in the story pretty well. Like, he's not intrusive or obtrusive, you know, he's just kind of there. I'm thirsty, hold on. I need a drink. I dropped a bottle cap. Yeah, we did Hercules like a week and a half ago. We already did Hercules. Tarzan's next. Tarzan also has whatever that gorilla girl's name is, like his friend, you know, trying to be Genie. What else? Let's just go through all the Disney movies and talk about them. Emperor's New Groove doesn't really have one. Atlantis doesn't really have one. Lilo and Stitch doesn't really have one. I don't remember Treasure Planet. I don't remember Brother Bear. I don't remember Home on the Range. Chicken Little, Meet the Robinsons, Bolt. Princess and the Frog, I would say probably didn't have one, but if anything, it was probably the alligator. Raya definitely had it with the dragon, being voiced by Awkwafina. Tangled, didn't really have it because the animal characters aren't voiced. But this is also kind of the era that we really started, I mean, putting in, like, named actors as voice actors, because you have Mandy Moore and Zachary Levi. Isn't Keith David the voice of the villain in The Princess and the Frog? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You know, we have a lot of big name people voicing characters, but, yeah. As you can see, like, it went away for a little while. I would even call, honestly, I would kind of call Maui the genie, the so-called genie in Moana, because, I mean, it's The Rock. We're really trying. He's, like, funny. He makes, you know, fourth wall breaks and modern day references and stuff, you know. Because that's also some of the stuff that, like, is obviously there, you know. But I would not happy if either Keith David or Morgan Freeman to narrate in my life. Who would I want to narrate my life? I don't know. But yeah, I feel like Mulan is pretty good. That was really good. I mean, I can tell you our S tiers for sure. After Mulan, like Tangled and Encanto, and I don't know what else after that. Probably just those two. Everything else is probably gonna be. Some of these ones are gonna be like C tier. This is gonna be really low, I can tell you. Let me tell you about Bolt. So Bolt is a Disney Channel, not a Disney Channel, a Disney Animated Studios film. An official Disney Animated Studios film had a theatrical release. For years, like up until almost like Disney Plus came out, like for a long time. I swore Bolt was a Disney Channel original movie and did not have a theatrical release and was released only on Disney Channel because that was the only way I had ever watched it. It had Miley Cyrus in it. I was convinced it was a Disney Channel original film and did not know it had a theatrical release. I do not like Bolt. I can tell you it will not be very high. I've never seen Bolt before. It's not very good. I can listen to either than talk for hours and not consider it. Gargoyle is probably one of my favorite shows ever, and Goliath is my second favorite character. Fair. I didn't really like the gargoyles in Hunchback. I'd never seen the Gargoyle show, so I couldn't say anything about the Gargoyles show. But I was specifically talking about the gargoyles from Hunchback. I don't care for them. One of them wants to fuck the goat. Like, I need you guys to remember this is a plot point. One of them wants to fuck the goat. Okay, so the next movies we're doing. So I want it to be even. Oh, the gargoyles and Hunchback are terrible. Yes, they are. So I want it to be even, but it's going to be kind of awkward because... So let me show you a little bit better. So Tarzan is the end of this era, and then we have the 2000s next, which end perfectly right at a princess movie. I kind of don't want to start the the bad era, the experimental ages, the second dark ages, whatever you want to call it. Like, I don't really want to mix the two because this is the end of like the Renaissance. But at the same time, it works out perfectly if I do 3 movies from here on out up to Princess and the Frog, which means I have to do Tarzan at the same time that I do Fantasia, 2000, and Dinosaur. So that's kind of where we're at, because I'm like, it's an even 12 movies from here to Princess and the Frog. If I do Tarzan on its own, then it's an awkward 11, and I have to do like 2 and then 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And I don't really want to do Tarzan on its own because I've been doing these, like, you know. So this is my dilemma. But what we're gonna probably end up doing is I'm gonna do Tarzan and then Fantasia 2000 and Dinosaur together, because that will make Fantasia 2000 and Dinosaur somewhat bearable, because I also have had watched Tarzan, because otherwise I don't know what I'm going to talk about when we do those 2 movies, because I'm probably going to shoot myself, because yeah, I fell asleep during the first Fantasia. I can't imagine Fantasia 2000 is any better, and I liked Fantasia 1. I was just very sleepy when I watched it. And then Dinosaur, I've heard, is terrible. So we're going to do Tarzan with those 2, and you'll just have to remember that Tarzan's the last one in the Renaissance, and then Fantasia starts the second Dark Ages, or the modern, it's not the modern era, it's the experimental age. I liked Dinosaur as a kid, but I don't remember it very well. Excuse me. I've never seen it, so these 2 I've never seen. Yeah, so those will be new. I've seen everything else, I think. It's just been a while for most of them. I think at this point, the only things I haven't seen are Fantasia 2000 and Dinosaur. Everything else is just like, I saw it, but it's been a while. It's been like 12, 14 years for some of them. Like, I can't remember when I last watched Brother Bear or Home on the Range. I know I've seen them as a child. Like, I had a portable, I remember, I think we watched Brother Bear, like, in the airport or something one time, because I had a portable DVD player. But, man, it's been years. So, yeah, we'll get to those. So, yeah, we're going to do 3 at a time. So, we'll do Tarzan, Fantasia 2000, and Dinosaur next week, which means I can go watch some movies. And then we'll have, and then it'll be really fun, because then we'll have New Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis and Lilo and Stitch together, and then we'll have Treasure Planet, Brother Bear, Home on the Range together. Then we'll have Chicken Little, Meet the Robinsons, and Bolt together. So, and then Princess and the Frog. And then after that, it's Tangled, and then do 2, and then 1, and then 2, and then 1, and then 2, and then 1, and 1. Okay, yeah, we can do this. We're going to make this work. And then we'll get to Pixar. Let's see how many more weeks I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got like 3 months before we're done with this. So, yeah. But then we'll get to go to Pixar, and then I can talk about Pixar movies. And we're going to do... I heard Treasure Planet is great, but I haven't seen that one either. Really, Treasure Planet's really good. I highly suggest you watch it. I really hope that, like, my reviews inspire people to go, like, watch these movies if they haven't, or, you know, go rewatch them if it's been a while, because, like, these movies are really good. I really love these movies. I just, yeah. I know I've had some, you know, some weird opinions, like these 3 down here. Most people wouldn't agree with me on those. Or that I put Snow White so low, that I put Hercules so high, you know. Which, at the end of this, I am going to rearrange some of these, because now that I've simmered on some of them, I've changed my mind a little. You know, just need to rearrange some of them, maybe drop some of them down, raise some of them up, but it's not going to change too much. But I am going to, you know, reevaluate now that I've simmered a little bit. So, like, I think Rescuers Down Under is probably going to go down a little bit. What else? That for sure. Lady and the Tramp probably going to move down one. Not too far. Like, it's going to go down probably to Beat here, but I'm going to just mess with it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, some of these are going to move around. I'll probably move some of these up a little bit. But yeah, now that I've simmered and sat with it, with my thoughts, and seen more movies, I feel like some of them need to be rearranged a little bit. So, I need to rewatch Tarzan, if nothing else, for the amazing Phil Collins music. Music's great. Also, I'm sorry, I keep looking over here. I got this, I got a spinny pin holder today. So I have all my pins. And then each of the little things comes out. I got a Target for $5. I'm very happy. So, because I needed to organize all my pens. Fancy, I like it. Thank you. It's all plastic and it was $5, so I was like, yes. Because I went there looking for I wanted some more of these, like little containers to put in my drawer to organize in here. But then I saw that and I was like, well, I like it. It'll work. And then I see all the pens I have, because I have a lot of really nice pens. Because, like, when I was in college, I bought these really nice Japanese pens, little, like, 0.5, like, really nice pens. These really nice Sharpies I didn't know I had. I had just bought a new pack of the nice, I like the Pilot pens. These ones. So, now I can organize them. And then I still have my gel pens put away, but they're too many to fit in here. I would little crate things at Walmart to keep my craft stuff in. Yeah, I was looking for something because I happened to be at Target, and I was like, let me see what they have. And they didn't really have anything I liked, but they had that in the little, like, $5 section by the door. I was like, well, that's perfect. So, now I can see all my pens. And I've got all the black pens, like, in the middle. So, yeah, I like little things. They make me happy. I like stuff. Anyway, this is, yeah. Kind of curious about other people's rankings. So let's see. Of course, the haven't seen. We have the entire, like, wartime era. Black Cauldron in F tier. Rescuers Down Under in F tier. We got S tier. We got Lion King, Aladdin, Mulan, Tangled, Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. Pretty much all the, like, princess movies are pretty high, it looks like. Interesting. Let's see some more of these. Haven't seen Pooh Bear, Fantasia. You haven't seen Little Lilo and Stitch? Weird. Interesting. Mostly I see people's bottoms and tops. Like, I don't really care about the middle. Finished a Pokemon team for my friend the other day. That's awesome. I kind of want... So I realized... So you made me these guys. You had made me a Sylveon before. So I have Emolga, Pachirisu, Sylveon, Dedenne. That's 4. And then this line. So if I have one of these in here, that's 5. I kind of want one more to, like, make an even team, and then I can have a 6 team, and then I still have my evolutions, of course. But it's kind of funny because I ended up with, like, a really, really interesting thing. I love this one. Guys, go buy Hermigloo. He's great. These are great. I have some more stuff around here. What else do I have? The little Pokeball you sent me. I've got little couple's eggs, Yoshi eggs. Yes, I love how they turned out. They're great. I just, my favorite. Dedenne's my favorite Pokemon, guys. Just know that. Which we need to get back into doing some funky tier lists too sometimes. Because I do all these Disney. I've been working on this Disney tier list, but I did. Go to the Discord if you haven't. If you haven't seen, guys, I ranked every Pokemon up to Sword and Shield. It was after Sword and Shield came out, so I ranked every fucking Pokemon that included like Gigantamax and Dynamax and Mega Forms. Ranked every fucking Pokemon. It took me like 2 days. It was great. I just did Magikarp, Togepi, and Slowpoke for the first time. Those are fun. Let me see this one. Let's see what your S and... So you're not seen. You only have A, B, and C tier. Okay. You haven't seen Frozen 2? Interesting. See, mine, the way I'm doing it, I'm not doing a not seen list, obviously. I'm like, no, we're watching all of them. So it's interesting to see. Yeah, you got too many in your S tier, for starters. You got too many in your haven't seen. What the fuck, bro? F tier, Encanto? I'm gonna throw hands. Let's go. Encanto is S tier, bro. I'm just clicking random ones and seeing what people say. Fox and the Hound, S tier? Okay, I can totally be down with that. No a la vista. Okay, so you haven't seen a lot of these. Okay, those are some big ones that you haven't seen. Especially if you're Hispanic. Like, you haven't seen Three Caballeros and Encanto. I'm terrible. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. No, but like, those are like... It's interesting. F tier, Home on the Range, fair. This is interesting. You got too many in your S tier. No F tier. Okay. D tier, Rescuers. Okay, interesting. Pokemon's kind of my special... It's kind of become my specialty. Just totally fine. I love doing them, but I started breaking into superheroes. Okay. I still, if you've got one you're working on, or if I can ask you to start one, I still want one of those, the Jack Skellington, Sally thing you did. That was really cool. I still really want one of those if you've got time and everything. Found some Mega Man S superhero patterns and making those. Started with She-Hulk. Interesting. I have one that's mostly finished. Okay, if it's not claimed, I would totally love to buy one. If you've got a listing for it or whatever, hit me up on Discord, and I wanna get one of those for my friend. Anyway, here's our ranking. I just wanted to see what people think. I may listen for you. Thank you. We do that. I'll definitely do that later. F Chicken Little. Fair. Totally fair. No, haven't seen. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get away from this because I'm just gonna keep judging people's, Once I finish it, I'll post it up and let you know when it went up. Cool. That works for me. But yeah. So next week we will talk about Tarzan, Fantasia 2000, and Dinosaur. And those are going to be interesting because I haven't seen Tarzan in a while, and I've never seen the other two, so it'll be interesting to see how I end up placing those. I'm excited to see myself. Because some of these movies have, like, caught me off guard. Like, I really liked Rescuers. It was a little weird, but I really liked it. Do you have another Pokemon in mind to finish out your team? Honestly, I don't know. You'll have to give me a minute. I'll think about it. There's so many Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to look. Oh my god, I have 6 million messages. Schedule has been posted at Mellow Mushroom. Got my schedule for the week. Okay. Someone finally took it to heart and gave me an opening shift instead of a closing shift. Okay. If you want another road, I have a Morpeko pattern. I don't love Morpeko, honestly. I don't like Morpeko. I like the others. I don't love Morpeko. Made one for myself and it was easy and fun to make. That's awesome. I just don't love Morpeko. Who has been on my Pokemon teams? I'm trying to think. Who do I like? Who's on my... I just don't remember what I had on my teams. Let me see. I'm going to pull up Discord real quick. Totally understandable, yeah. Let me look at my rankings for some of these, because I remember... who made it to my... where's my tier list? There it is. Oh yeah, I did. So I ranked every type. Oh, I know. I have a. That's a good one. Oh, I just had a great one. Where is it though? There, there it is. My extraordinarily long tier list. Minior. Minior, a shiny Minior if you can. If you can do it without the shell on and do like the shiny Minior, it's black and then it has like the little diamond colors around. If you've got a pattern for that or can find one, otherwise I'll find another one. But Minior is really cute. But yeah, Disney stuff. Let's see. Also, I need to share this into the Discord. I'll have to do that later. Also, I forgot to mention it earlier. I don't know if it cut me off at any point. I've been doing this thing where I set up automatic ads to play every 45 minutes. So my stream will start with an ad, and then 45 minutes later it should play another ad, and it's just like an hour and a half, not an hour and a half, a minute and a half ad. And I also added sound alerts to my stream. I don't know if they're working. Somebody said they couldn't hear them yesterday, but I don't know if that was because my game volume was too loud. So I have to play with some stuff. But this is what I've been playing with. I've been playing with some ads just to honestly help my Twitch revenue. And played with sound alerts because I know some people like those. So I've got that going on. See if there's anyone to raid, because I'm ready to get off. Not really. But yeah, I am. Sorry, I keep yawning. I'm very tired, apparently. It's apparently the next thing out of my mouth. But yeah, I love you guys, and we'll definitely do more Disney next week. I'm not seeing Minior that isn't massive. I'll keep thinking. I keep thinking, because I like Minior, but I understand that you don't want to make a massive one. I need a little one. Let me just go through all my tier lists. Because there's so many Pokemon, like, I just can't remember them. Like, I know what Pokemon I like, but then I just get overwhelmed because there's just so many Pokemon. Okay, something else I can do. I just found a Ditto pattern. Ditto's fun. I have those. Can I get a shiny Mew? No. I want, what is his name? I can't remember his name. Dwebble or shiny Mew, whichever one you can find. Dwebble, the little rock crabby. He's so cute. Because I think you have a Mew, right? I think I saw you had a Mew pattern. I did a shiny Mew. I did a Mew once before and it turned out super good. That's awesome. So yeah, shiny Mew or Dwebble, the little rock crab. He's so cute. But I also understand if you can't find those. But yeah, we are going to get off of here. I'm going to go... They open tomorrow, which is nice, because tomorrow's going to suck otherwise. But it's also going to be awkward, because I have a phone call at 1 o'clock for a different job, and I'll be at work during that phone call. So I'm just going to have to be like, look, I need to step out for like 5 minutes. I have a phone call for a different job. Sorry. It's going to be great. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night. I guess I can stream tomorrow night. I'll stream Kingdom Hearts tomorrow night. What other nights can I stream? Let's see. Now that I have my schedule. Let's say for sure tomorrow night, and then maybe Thursday night. Depending on how I feel. So, we'll play Kingdom Hearts tomorrow. So, I will see you guys then. And, yeah. Probably around 6 or so. Let's say 6 or 7. I don't know. Just keep an eye out for my alerts, because sometimes I just am like, let's stream. And I don't pick a time. So, I'm really great at the stream thing, guys. I tried so hard. I mean, y'all saw me. I tried so hard with the schedules and everything. On Double, it's just me counting beads instead of squares. Okay, that's cool. You found like a beaded one instead of like a cross stitch. That's cool. But yeah, what was my train of thought? Yeah, so if I get one of these new jobs, put your thoughts and prayers out there that Tara gets one of these other jobs. I will have way more time to stream, and like it'll be more set schedule. So, yeah, hopefully I get that instead of my current job. So put those thoughts and feelings out that Tara gets this job or one of these jobs. And yeah, I'm bringing good vibes. It's part of the reason I bought this pen holder. I bought a planner. I'm like, I'm gonna get this job. I just don't know which one yet. I'm gonna get one of these jobs. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Let me actually check my email real quick. Like any updates on this job, y'all? Seaman, you've got this. I believe in you. Thank you. I've got a phone call with one of them tomorrow, so we'll see. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have a better update about one of these jobs. Maybe I come on the stream and be like, y'all, guess what? But we'll see. So, anyway, love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!